Okay. So we learn about repositories today as a place to search for research articles, journal articles. Um, open.library.ubc.ca is the URL to log into UBC's open repository for research
Okay.
resources. Now, each repository has a different name, and universities house their research collection in an open repository because it is faster and openly, without password, accessible to students. Um, because the online databases, it has a password, and second, most important, it requires a remote authentication. So IT department has to be involved, and IT may not work at your end too. But let's go back to, in the search box we typed the words lateral violence, and we received 7,390 articles. First, I will just give you an overview, and maybe we'll just pick up words. And in our research over here, um, lateral violence has two words: lateral and violence, and is a Boolean operator. So you can even search like this in Google. Lateral and violence will give us articles which have research resources which have both words, lateral and violence. And so let's look at the resources which we have over here. You want lateral violence in the community? Where are you know where is this lateral violence in among First Nations?
Well, hold on. I'm just trying to find my notes I took yesterday. We're doing a group assignment and we have to do a literature review.
Mm-hmm.
And the one of them was we're doing it on that meal from Maxwell article. So we have to do that. Oh, right here. Okay, the lit review is on that meal from Maxwell article. So I need to submit two articles um that are like uh kind of the same as that article, I guess. And then the second group work is we're focusing on lateral violence or systemic lateral violence, and we have to find like our backup for that and what we're going to use in our paper. Yeah.
uh, I think so before we find finding an article itself is exploring. um,
Mhm.
so this search string, you told me system. um, when we are searching, so systemic, and I put this asterisk, I will get more resources over here.
Okay.
Like it's so I from 7,000 articles which came up, just showing you how to refine our search. We have 59 results which we are searching for over here. I've put lateral violence in quotation if it comes to systemic systems. That's why I put asterisks over here on top. And I'll just show you one resource over here, because lateral violence is really used. We'll just select uh, one resource to show you how a repository, like how you can find full text article, and then we'll have to go back and refine our search a little bit more.
Okay.
Um, so this is just example from one repository UBC. On that Carl link, there were many other repositories mentioned. Um, I'm just anything in blue. I'm just clicking on this blue. Then it gives you full text of the article immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I only picked this app. Like you can download it if you want. You have this
Yeah.
small abstract summary, and this abstract is very important because it helps you with your literature review key points. You may not have time to read the full article, but you get some points about findings or like this one goes back to this is on like the importance of culture. And practices engage us in creating worlds that we want to build, and types of values that can be embodied in building a world without violence. Um,
Yeah,
a
that
world
sounds
without
like a,
violence. So,
yeah.
although um, the lateral violence word is not there anywhere, but you
Mhm.
can get ideas about if
Yeah,
this is the thought we are going with. The um, lateral violence is about Manachi Toven, mutual respect in workplace. Lateral violence is about the vision we all have together to work together in an organization. Our organization has vision statements, like Muscogee's Cultural College's Center for Excellence in, um, in academics and Cree language. That's the vision by which we all are binded together, whether it is students. So by reading through abstract, so this one point, um, practices are indigenous Nehiyaw practices. If we go back to it, they're very powerful. And the words with lateral violence, when we are searching, there are other words to use are lateral kindness, because I've seen that word too.
yeah. Mhm.
Lateral kindness. Um, just showing you a very broad overview of what repositories are. And I introduce you to UBC repository circle. Some of the repositories, they have built-in citation generators. So you see over here, you can download as a PDF, you'll have the full
Yeah.
text if you want. Then you can generate citation. If you click over here, then you can just copy an APA.
Oh, it's right
So,
there.
so
Okay.
you in your master's degree, you always need the source. Even if you do not have the time to read the source immediately, copy the source.
Okay.
Copy the source. Um, this resource, you just copy it, and you can just write it in your document. Then this will be like a handle you have when you can go back and read. And it's a
Okay.
lot of work. Being a master's student is a lot of work. Like it's a
It
lot of reading
is.
and reading. And I know
Yeah.
you can do it, Tandy. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
So I just showed you this as one example, and I'm going to stop. What is your opinion now? What are your suggestions about using the repository? There are three things over here. One is fine tuning your topic, like the search string which I showed you, by using and, which will narrow down your search, lateral violence and codation. It's the
Yeah.
same way of searching which is there in Google Scholar also. Um, and second, I showed you this one entry, one source only we searched, how we can look at the um, quick look at the abstract. You can, in future, second, I said quickly keep your citation, because
Yeah.
citation will help you go back to the original. If it's of interest to you, you can download the original immediately. And this you don't need any password. You do not need
Okay.
any password to do this. Now, how are you?
I think I know what to do now, because it was just because I think I was getting not frustrated, overwhelmed. I was getting overwhelmed because I'd see the abstract and then I'd download it and then I'd see all these pages and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to read that.
No, no,
But now
don't
that you told me about the abstract, it's just like a quicker way, I guess, right?
skimming, because you're looking for points, whether this is of relevant, this source is of use to you or not. Uh,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then
like quick,
if I do need, then I could read the whole thing, right?
yes. And you can read it wherever, whenever, anytime, because it's digital. You can
Okay,
have it
yeah.
on your phone. But the first thing is you have to identify these are scholarly sources.
Hmm.
It's a dissertation, it's a quality material. And on this site, there are no advertisements or anything. Um, the bit size, baby steps, finding a good source, means you are quickly skimming, quick read you're doing. How is this related to your content? And then you are downloading or putting the citation immediately, which is in an APA format. And it can always go in your last page as references for your literature review, which is ready. You just have to cut and paste and put it under references. And explore other repositories too. There are so many other repositories. I only showed you Circle because it has a built-in citation generator. Now, I'm going to stop share of this.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want to meet with you again.
Yes.
Right now, my husband is going to come home for lunch, so I need to, because we are working online, I don't want him to think that 24/7 I'm on the computer because he will get, he'll get irritated. So I have to.
Yes, take care of that.
I want to meet with you again, and I want to show you cite fast. Is it okay if I connect with you in the afternoon, like after 1 p.m., only 10 minutes? Or you give me a time. Send a time to me by email, and I want to meet with you frequently.
Let's do, what about 2 o'clock?
Yes, I can do it at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Exit Moistus.
All right. Hi. Thank you so much.
Hi. Yeah.
Have a good lunch.